We up and out today. It's cold. That cold in the car is that cold. Job yesterday, customer. It was good. For me, got paid. Forgot my crowbar over there, tire wrench. So headed back over there to go grab it from him. Pros and cons. So yesterday, with the same job, we priced the guy. I guess it was some kind of communication error. Whether it's for me or my coworker, he wasn't understanding. So before receiving payment, it was crazy. Oh no, I'll pay you guys tomorrow. I don't think I should pay you guys. I mean, we was over there in the cold. We done put your struts. We done put your brake pads. We done put took off your brake caliper. We took off the caliper bracket, caliper mount bracket, just to take the rotors off. Take down the upper control arm, took the springs down, replaced them. I mean, basically did his whole front end, aside of the axles, you know. I mean, well, not whole front end. Basically did his little front end tune-up that he bought. So basically what he's saying, if he spends $380 or $300, and so I didn't know what he spent on the parts, honestly. I didn't. He told me he spent $380 for the parts. I mean, by pricing him for the stuff without knowing what he spent for the parts, I ended up pricing him $385. I mean, and I didn't, with no tags. You know, I mean, didn't even walk away with that much. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but moral of the story, bro, if you hire somebody to do some work, then another thing, man. So, as we're doing the work, he comes and I mean, this is mid-work. This is after we discussed the price again and was like, all right, whatever. All right, boom, got you. Now he comes and he's like, no, first. He was like, yeah, the front and the back. I'm like, no, I didn't charge you for the back. So for the price that I gave him, this was the biggest misconception. He was like, oh, so that's the front and back. Now think about it. Springs now. You got to move struts, compress springs. Who's going to compress springs and struts for $50 or $60, G? I gave you a nice price for $125 a side. That's what I felt. You feel me? And then to do your rotors, $60. $60 for both. Just because we already got it down. I'm not going to charge you like a price that I'm going to just go do it soulfully just that. So we already got the side down. So I'm like, boom, $60, $65. You know, whatever. You know, it's a skill that I know. Like, you can't take it from me no matter how much I pay or how much you don't pay me. I still have my skill. Brakes, $50. I mean, it don't take nothing to take off a brake caliper, compress some brakes back, and put on some new pads and grease them up and pump your tension back. So now we gave him a price for $385 for the front. That's everything that he needs done. So now I got to price him for the back because he needs the back done, and he bought all this stuff from like probably Amazon or eBay or something for his lowest price offer. You feel me? So if you buy parts for $125, you trying to go get it put on for like $30, $60. Bro, it's 2025, bro. And it's cold outside. And then the price I'm giving you, it ain't no labor. All right, so now he comes. So to jump back to where I was, he comes and he was like, all right, how about you charge me per hour? How many hours do you think it'll take to do a job like this? No, before he asked me that, he was like, how long do you think it'll take to do a job like this? Smooth dude. How long do you think? I said front about 2 hours, back about 2 hours. Mind you, it's literally like 4 o'clock because I had another job that I was at. It's like 4 o'clock right now. So for 2 hours later, it's going to be 6 o'clock. Remember, it's like 20 degrees outside. It's cold as crap outside. Look at the window. It's cold as crap outside. You feel me? So he's like, well, since it'll take 4 hours, how about I give you guys $100 an hour? I'm looking like, what? Like, bro, you all right? Like, hey, what you went in the house and got the smoking on? Like, bro, I used to work at FedEx as a lead, like underboss, like a mini supervisor. and I was getting like $170 a day, $165, $170 a day, $50 extra if I help somebody run their route. You see what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, you add that up. So I was topping $200 a day. Imagine if I could have worked for FedEx 2 times a day. So I could have do my route, boom, do everything I did all day, boom, but then go do it again at another FedEx all day. That's $400 for that day, right? And I ain't had to turn a bolt, jack a car, about to get killed, get hit in the face by springs, have to literally use your brain. In fact, matter of fact, times everything I'm telling you about all these parts and stuff we changed, bro, is a 2004 Chrysler Sebring that hasn't moved in years. Got cobwebs, spider webs, brown recluse eggs on it, cobwebs, all. I mean, the picture of the job, I mean, we did a wonderful job on it, though. But after we're done, I told him, man, we need to be paid. It's dark. I'm at this front door. I gave him my cash out. He's telling me how he's going to pay me tomorrow and how, the best business voice. Well, I think I'll just pay you tomorrow, and you'll just get the money tomorrow when you come tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? So tomorrow is today. We got the money from him last night. All right, before that. So you come tomorrow. So I was like, what about my time and work that I did for you today? So if you take your car to a shop and they do brakes, you pay them for their brakes that you did today. Who cares if you need rotors or whatever? You buy your parts, they change your parts, and you pay them for the time and what they did for you in your car. So I'm looking like, so you literally go to like, Jiffy Lube and tell them you need an oil change. Leave with the car and tell them you'll pay them tomorrow. Bro, for today, we literally did both brakes, left and right front. We did both rotors, left and right front. We did both springs, left and right front. This man is telling me he'll pay me tomorrow. So his reason for paying me tomorrow is because he wants to pay all at one time. Now watch how this don't make sense to me. So I asked him, I said, all right, what's the price figure that you have in your mind to pay for the whole thing? He was like, well, I want to pay you less than $600. So literally you got the price in your mind that you want to do $300 for the front and $300 for the back, less than that. So right now we at $385, and for the back, because the back brakes and springs are different, man. And it's an old car. And so I had to reset. We're going to have to reset the caliper. We're going to have to reset the back brake disc to put his back. It's not the same as the front, basically. So I'm telling him it's really more than the front. So really the price that you pay for the front, we could really charge you the same thing for the back. But because you tripping, I don't want to do that. It's cold out here. So all right, look, for your back brakes, we'll do $50 for both back brakes. We'll do $50. Matter of fact, we'll do $50 for both back brakes. We'll do $40 for both rotors since it's off already. $35 for both rotors since it's off already. And $80 a back. And that's highway robbery, bro. Who you know gonna take back springs off for $80? This why you cannot be fooled for your crap, right? So now, where I'm at and where I'm headed now, it's to his house just to get my lug wrench. So I'm not gonna do the backside. So that's what we realized, because he doesn't want to pay. So I texted him this morning and I said, because of what happened yesterday after we were done, you felt like you didn't need to pay. The man literally told me, I don't care. I was like, so for everything we did, he was like, well, I don't care. That's what really got me. You called me telling me how you need this. I cared. I grabbed my uncle. We came over there. Boom, boom, boom. We knocked it out. I mean, everything's silver on the car. Go check my bio. Look up that picture that say brake and rotor job. Bro, we did the man thing. We did both sides in like an hour and a half. In the cold. Facts. Shout out to BLKs. You know? And you'll tell me, you don't think you need to pay us. What about my uncle, bro? He got kids, bro. What about him? He really did the whole thing. I don't know how to compress no damn brakes. That's why I had to call him for him to come over there. I pulled the job. I pull up with the master mechanic. You gonna tell the master mechanic, the man has been doing this for over 30, 40 years, you not finna pay him? And then another thing, this why like folks of my steed, some of them don't want to start LLCs. Some of them don't want to get their business license because they feel like they're going to get tried. They're going to get robbed. Folks will call the police on them. After you did a good job for somebody, it can end bad for you. You have to have your license. You have to have your LLC. So I had to tell him, like, bro, all I do, I sent you an invoice. So you're saying, woo, 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 you don't want to pay. It's January 11th. I sent you an invoice on the 10th, right? So now I'm here on the 11th because you accepted the invoice. The invoice was for $385. $385 plus $24 tax, 8%. You add it up, $394. Boom. So I'm here because you accepted the invoice. The job is done off on the invoice, and you basically don't want to pay. So now it sounds like a legal issue to me. It don't matter to me. So you can let $384 for a job we did. And this is why I record every job. This is why I vlog on the way to every job. This is why I vlog when I leave every job. I take pictures and I record every job. Why? Because sometimes people be trying to take you for blood clot, fool. Some people try to take you for fool. You see? And I'm about to pull up at his house now so I could just get my tools so I can show y'all. It's not a lie and it's not a scheme. It's not a game. Like, I really worked at FedEx for 3.5 years. Realized that it was boom, boom, shoot. And I can be out here doing work for myself. But you got to carry yourself accordingly sometimes. People will make you get out of your character. Like, it's literally like 10 o'clock. It's cold. The ground is frozen out here. The ground is frozen, bro. Matter of fact, this is his truck right here. Here, that's him right. Nah, that's not him. Tripping. Thought that was him right there. Should name this video, that's him right there. But you got to have your stuff together when dealing with certain circumstances. What if I didn't vlog on the way to his job so that I have proof? What if I didn't take pictures of the job while I was there? And if this video ends, I'll just add a part 2. But I'm literally riding in his cul-de-sac. And another thing I realized while we was out there working yesterday, his neighbor was out there with the dog barking at him the whole time. Like, I noticed that day. All his neighbors came out and none of them spoke to him. None of them spoke to this guy. And that stood out to me. I told my uncle that. I said, I don't think people around here really are fond of this guy because of what it looks like. So here's the house. Here's the house, right there where the ladder's at. This is his neighbor. None of these houses have, oh yeah, they do. I thought none of them have gutters on them. There's my lug wrench sitting right on top of the trash can right there. There's his house, there's his truck. This is the neighbor with the dog. This is where I was at all evening yesterday, right here. Yep, this is where I was at all evening, working on a car that a guy didn't think I should be paid for. So here's my lug wrench that I left. I'm not even gonna put it in the trunk. Why? Because it looked like I'm going in the trunk. I'm not gonna sit my little butt in my car. That's full of tools back there. Put it back there. And then this is what you do. You put your car in drive. You keep your self-esteem and your respect, and you leave. And you know that, oh yeah, and then he also wanted me to replace that gutter up there. It's like 20 feet up, and that's a no-no. He don't want to pay. So he asked me, how much would you charge me to do that? I was like, probably $100. He was looking like, but notice he has his ladder there and it hasn't been completed. So he's obviously afraid of heights. You ever seen a guy that buys a ladder, but he's not gonna go up there on it? But until next time, man, make your money, make it safe, stay safe, subscribe, man.